man. Didn't you ever see that footage interview with Jimi Hendrix? He says, "Oh man, everybody accusing me of tricks. I don't have no tricks." But I'll show you a couple of cool things.
Yeah.
There's the. Yes, that's trick. Yeah. What is it? Oh, another one is. There we could do. Another one. Let's see. Well, this one is, I practiced my whole life to become a proficient guitar player, and it all comes down to the Raygun. But this is one that I use different ones, and this one, you can find them on eBay. This is older style, made in the 70s, I think. But it's important you have to find the ones with the speaker on the right side, and then I go into the circuit and it's trial and error, but you have to find the point where there's a resistor, and then I put a variable. What would be another good trick? Well, this one is in the course of the show we're doing one of the Atomic Playboy song, which is a Crackdown. So I have there's that thing which was started by Albert Lee, which was the dotted delay. To fake it, so I can still do it. I'm not so reliant on the pedals. So, and another cool trick, which was let's see here, the thing that I sort of developed for Rebel Yell, but it's like the independent bass and treble, but you can even use it while you're soloing. Let's say you're in the key of B. Those are all my tricks. Okay. 5 favorite rock riffs of all time.
Maybe your own.
My own?
Too.
Well.
Because you have favorite rock riffs.
Well, one of my favorite ones is a Whole Lot of Love, and I recently realized that a lot of guitar players go, and it's actually not how you play it, because there's the open. Now it sounds like Whole Lot of Love, right? So you actually play the 2. You pull that out of tune. It's cool, right? So that's, I mean, come on, you got to throw in a Led Zeppelin riff in there. So Of my riffs, I mean, Rebel Yell is obviously one that kind of put me on the map, and the interesting thing about Rebel Yell is that we knew that the chord structure was going to be B minor, A, G, very, very basic chord structure. But one of the things I liked about this is that I kind of keep this note as the soprano note. And when we go to A, with G, it becomes G major 7th. So I'm never actually playing the bass note. So that's kind of creates even though there's basically bass, drums, and guitar, it creates much more of a chord arrangement. It sounds bigger than the sum of the parts, so that's a cool thing. Another one is obviously. And that's it's once again, it's just E to D, but you get that kind of, and this is actually from, it's very Who-like. That was my inspiration for it. I love a lot of the Pete Townsend things, Substitute, and all those kind of, his chord, his sus chords and all that kind of. He was great at arranging his guitar parts. Like Jimmy Page, created a much bigger chord voicing, even for just 3 instruments. So those guys were masters at that. So, so that's that's some of my kind of signature things. Yeah.
What about your favorite chord voice?
Well, obviously, with a full gain amplifier, it's hard to get things that with distortion, certain things don't sound great. A lot of, yeah. I mean, one of the that's a G major voicing that I kind of use. But a lot of times I'll use, I'll put the 5th below the chord. So if I'm playing, it just also creates, once again, it widens the voicing. So if I'm playing an E, I just like having that, even if you're not really stressing that lower 5th, but it's just kind of a cool, it sounds fuller and more meaty from down here with that little added, voicing below it, yeah.
Okay, favorite warm-up exercises?
Well, the one that I always have to warm up during the course of my show, I do an unaccompanied solo, and one of the things I do, I end up the solo by doing this. It's basically an exercise, and I do. And that one I usually have to spend a little bit of time and it's one of those when I don't even have a guitar with me, I can practice it if there's an edge of a table or something, but. also practice without, it allows you to open the string and also mute it, That's kind of, it just gets your hands ready and warms up the muscles and the tendons and all that stuff.
You do it before the gig always?
A little bit. I mean, depends. If we get a full sound check in, that's usually enough for me to kind of get the guitar in my hands, get used to it. But a lot of times, especially with Billy Idol shows, we don't always sound check, and so I'll get a guitar in my hands a couple hours before the show.